Guys, we've got a massive week ahead of us, some insane sneaker drops, so you know what we're doing here today. I need to get you guys ready for them. And of course, like every week, we're going to be going over the latest sneaker news, sneaker leaks, sneaker rumors, everything, so you can stay up to date in the sneaker world. And if you like the sound of that, you want to stay updated, be sure to hit the subscribe button and chuck me a follow on Instagram. Alright, let's get into this release recap, and just like the crazy week ahead of us, we just had a pretty dope week of sneaker drops as well. First one is from Adidas. This is the Bad Bunny forum in the white colorway, dubbed the last Bad Bunny forum to drop. Now, I actually got exclusive access for these things, which is absolutely wild. However, the main release was on the 10th of December, which was yesterday, Saturday. Let me know if you managed to get a pair. This is probably the cleanest colorway to drop yet. Then, of course, we had the Drake Forces. Let me know if you actually wanted it, because I know that a lot of people were complaining that it's just too similar to a regular Air Force One. Orange Lobsters, unfortunately, is one that I did not get, and I really want to get my hands on a pair of these things. So let me know if you were one of the very lucky few to actually get a pair. And then finally, the Cherry 11s dropped on Saturday. That is the 10th of December. I think there was a decent amount of stock, so if you wanted them, you should have been able to grab them. And with that being said, let's jump into the upcoming stuff, because I gotta get you guys prepped for some insane releases like the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low Black Phantom. We will talk about that in a second, but first, let's talk about the latest colorway of the Sacai Cortez. The gray, or the iron gray, is what Nike is calling these things. And this is a pair that we've seen rumored and leaked for a very long time, and these are actually loaded up on the Nike sneakers app for December the 13th, so that is early next week. I like the look of them. It's just that midsole, and that midsole is incredibly hard to walk on because it's so narrow. Another next week release is the New Balance 9060 Bodega collaboration called the Age of Discovery. You guys already know my thoughts on the New Balance 9060. I genuinely think it is one of the best sneaker models to drop this year, and I think they absolutely nailed it with this Bodega collaboration. It is solid color blocking. You've got crazy materials which look really interesting and just add a little bit more depth to this sneaker. Now, there's two releases, one that already happened on Bodega's website. That took place on Saturday, December the 10th. However, there is an upcoming New Balance release on December the 15th. Now, for you guys out in the US, you've got an upcoming pair of Jordan 1s, and that is the Jordan 1 High OG Gorge Green. Now, these already released quite a while ago here in the UK and the EU, so we've already had our share, and I think they're still sitting on the Nike sneakers app. Now, these are going to be dropping on December the 20th for you guys out in the US. I think previously we thought that the release date was going to be the 28th, but now it's the 20th, so yeah, another next week release. Now, speaking of Jordan 1s, let's not forget about the final Jordan 1 High for this year, and that is the Jordan 1 High OG Twist 2.0. That is right, the pony hair Jordan 1s. It's like a chalk up between, are people going to like this colorway enough, or are they just kind of put off by the pony hair? We'll have to wait and see, but if you are interested in this pair, these are going to be dropping on December the 22nd. Right, let's talk about the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low Black Phantom, because these things are right around the corner, and as you know, when it comes to Travis Scott sneakers, if you want to get your hands on them, you're gonna have to be awake and ready. So as of right now, we know quite a lot about the drop of these things. We know they're going to be releasing on December the 15th. Now, they haven't loaded up on the Nike sneakers app, so what a lot of people are speculating is that there could be a couple shock drops for these things before the actual release on Thursday. So historically speaking, TravisScott.com, which is Travis Scott's website, normally does some kind of raffle or some kind of shock drop before the Nike sneakers release. Now, if that is the case, we're not going to have any specific release date. Just know that it will happen before December the 15th. Just keep an eye out. I will mention it on the channel or my Instagram stories if it does, if anything loads up or anything like that. Whether these are going to drop through exclusive access on the Nike sneakers app, or I've also heard a lot of rumors for a sneakers cam drop that they'll do on the app, which I imagine is only going to be out in the US. I never 100% know, but that is always a potential. Even though these are rumored to be the highest stock Jordan 1 Travis Scott collaboration, it definitely doesn't mean that these are going to be an easy cop by any means. A lot of people are after these things. If you want some more details on the pair of shoes themselves, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll make sure I give you all of the details on this pair before they drop. That should probably be in tomorrow's video, so stay tuned for that. All right, quick fire. We've got some very interesting colorways of the Adidas Adi Foam Q that are going to be right around the corner. So this is the first one in this kind of really weird metallic burnt down blue color. These apparently are going to be dropping on December the 13th, along with a bunch of other colorways that I'm going to show you guys. It just seems a little bit weird how they're releasing the Adi Foam Q. Now, there's also this burnt orange colorway, very similar to that blue one. As you can see, there's like kind of like paint drip marks on the side, which is very interesting. This is another December the 13th release, I imagine. And then finally, there's this iced out blue one called the Halo Blue. It's all over light blue on the outside with the black sock liner or inner sock piece. Just want to let you guys know, in case you're interested, you haven't picked up the Adifoam Q yet, there's a bunch more colorways on the way. All right, we've got some very crispy clean new images of the upcoming Jordan 3 Reimagined that's going to be dropping in 2023. We've got a lot more context behind this sneaker, and as you can see, they are really leaning into a very similar storyline that we saw on the Jordan 1 Lost and Found. Like, take a look at this box. It's got the exact same type of distressing as we saw on the Chicago's. All whited out and all scratched up, and although it doesn't have any like sales stickers, I'm not entirely sure how they're going to spin the story behind this sneaker. Whether they're just going to make these things as true to the OG Jordan 3 white cement as possible. Whatever the storyline is, I know that for a lot of people, this sneaker is a must cop. They're looking as good as it gets, man. These are looking incredibly clean. As you can see, all of the details are really leaning into that reimagined idea where a lot of it is like sailed out and aged. There's no cracked leather, so if anybody's like really disliking the cracked leather effect that was on the Lost and Founds, these don't have it whatsoever. These are going to be dropping on March the 11th, 2023, so we've still got quite a ways to wait. This sneaker is quickly becoming one of the most anticipated drops for 2023. I can imagine there's going to be a lot of people going out for this pair. Another early 2023 release is this pair right here, a very, very interesting pair of Jordan 1 lows. This is the Year of the Rabbit, and these are going to be dropping in February 2023. This shot right here. So as you can see, they are numbered. So this is pair 655 out of 5,000, meaning this sneaker, this Jordan 1 low, is going to be limited to 5,000 pairs only. They've done an incredible job with this pair of shoes. Like the materials, the color scheme, everything looks really, really solid. I know so many people really, really liked the Zion Jordan 1 low. I managed to see those things in hand for the first time the other day, and I was blown away. I thought the details on it, the materials and everything was incredibly good looking. This one is a banger. If I could get my hands on it, I'd definitely go for it, but obviously it's going to be super limited and I imagine hard to get. All right, we've got another Nike SB Dunk low rumored for 2023, and like a lot of these leaks and rumors, right now all we're working with is just the fact that this collaboration is coming. Born and raised Nike SB. All we really know at this point is that it's going to be a Nike SB Dunk low. It's dropping in 2023, and it's obviously a collaboration with Born and Raised. No early images of this pair whatsoever. We have no renders. We have literally nothing. Just the fact that it's dropping in 2023 and that it's a collaboration that is upcoming. Not too much to go off of here. Of course, as soon as we get any more information on this pair of sneakers, as soon as we get some early looks or anything like that, I will update you guys. So recently, Nike did something pretty unexpected. They restocked the Syracuse and the Kentucky Nike Dunk low. And now we've just got confirmation that they're also going to be restocking this pair right here, the St. John's Nike Dunk low, and these are going to be coming early 2023. Now, if we go off of how they did the Syracuse and the Kentucky drop, these should be pretty easy to get in terms of like, there's a bunch of raffles, they have a Nike sneakers drop, and they also did that Nike sneakers drop pretty fairly where you could only get exclusive access, so at least we know that there was minimal to no botting on the Nike sneakers app. As of right now, we don't have any specific release dates. All we know is that it is early 2023, so I will keep you guys up to date as soon as we find out any more information. It is time to revisit what we spoke about, I believe, last week, potentially the week before, but we were talking about this upcoming pair of Spider-Man Jordan 1s and how, I guess you could say, disappointing to some degree this pair of shoes is. We've got some brand new images and I wanted to show you guys and see if it changes your mind at all. So take a look at this here. This is a little bit more detailed. We've actually got them laced up. And as you can see, they're looking pretty bizarre to say the least. A whole lot going on in terms of materials and I guess just different leather panels and everything. It's pretty chopped up with a bunch of different, like you've got suede over here on the toe box, you've got some regular leather, you've got patent leather, you've got some weird trippy designs on the collar, as well as some more of that black patent leather over there. And I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say about this pair of sneakers. Do you like them? Are you feeling them? Are you just happy that Nike and Jordan Brand are doing something different, or would you just prefer if they went a little bit more tame with this pair of sneakers? Now, in terms of release date, these apparently are going to be dropping in May 2023. No specific date in May, just at some point in May. Sticking with Jordan 1 highs for 2023, we've got some very detailed images at probably one of the more anticipated pairs. This is the upcoming Celtics colorway, obviously Jordan 1 high, with that phenomenal Celtics color blocking. This is what they should look like. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to come with extra laces. usually Jordan 1s do, so I imagine maybe a black pair that comes in the box. All I can say is that so far, based off of these crispy images, the leather's looking pretty decent, and of course the color blocking is looking pretty decent as well. Apparently the release date for these things is going to be April the 15th, so that's still a ways away, so just keep in mind that dates are always subject to change. Things could get moved around, but as of right now, April the 15th. Alright, so another very highly anticipated pair that's going to be dropping next week is of course the eBay Nike Dunk Low. So there's a few ways that these shoes are dropping, and the main release for these things is going to be happening on December the 17th. They are loaded up right now on the Nike sneakers app. I'm not entirely sure what stock is looking like, probably pretty limited. Along with the GR version that is dropping on Nike sneakers, eBay is actually auctioning off 10 special edition pairs. Now if you head over to eBay, you can check out the 10 pairs that are live right now going up for auction. All of them are sitting at about $16,000, which is absolutely mind-blowing. All of them are numbered pairs 1 to 10. With this version, you get this special box, which includes not just one pair of the eBay Dunks, it's actually one wearable pair, which is this one right here. I believe it's just going to be the same as the regular GR version. And you also get a complete pair and then a sawn into 4 different sections pair, which literally comes apart. And of course, included, you get an actual saw in the box. And all of the proceeds from this event will support the Bodega Foundation. I just think that the collaboration in general has such an interesting past, such an interesting story behind it. I think how they're releasing it is really, really solid. I think this is definitely going to be one of the most anticipated pairs to drop this year. We've got another anticipated release for next week. This is the Stussy Nike Air Penny 2, confirmed to drop on December the 16th. Now, there's going to be 2 colorways, an all-over black pair and then this black and green pair. This black pair actually looks really solid. It's in that same kind of burlap material that, or like the hemp material that Stussy has been using on the Air Force 1s, which I think is really, really solid. And then this green one is a little bit different. It looks like suede and then just potentially regular leather. I think both colorways are dope. These are going to be dropping on the 16th of December with, apparently, at least according to Sneaker News, a restock on December the 20th on Nike sneakers. All right, this is one that I wanted to add in here because I just thought it was a pretty interesting, I guess, idea. So you know how everybody's doing their top 10 sneakers of 2022. In fact, I just dropped mine the other day if you want to check that out. One thing that Complex did was pretty interesting is they ranked the top 10 best new sneaker designs for 2022. When I saw their list, I was like, damn, really? Is that all we've got? Is that really the best sneaker designs that we've got? Number 10, they've got the Adidas Adifoam Q, which, I mean, it's definitely controversial. I don't know about best new design. Number 9, they got the Nike KD15. I haven't actually tried that pair out. Number 8, they've got the Puma MB 2.0, the Mellow Balls. This is, yeah, I'd actually put it probably at least top 10. Number 7, we got the Jordan Luca 1. And number 6, we've got the Moncler Trail Grip Low. Really? I don't know about that, bruh. Number 5 is the New Balance 990 V6, which I actually haven't checked out yet. They only recently dropped, or I think they're upcoming here in the EU and the UK. They dropped for you guys out in the US first, but apparently it's super comfortable. I definitely want to check them out. Number 4 is the Air Max Scorpion. I gotta disagree there, man. If you've tried these things on, they're a little bit awkward. I mean, they kind of look crazy. They definitely have that wow factor, but they're super huge and it kind of feels a little bit weird walking around in them. 3 is the Nike Drake Nocta Hot Step. I think a lot of people are going to disagree with that. All I've heard whenever I talk about this pair of shoes is how much people dislike it, even though I personally think it's pretty solid. I just think that most people will disagree. Number 2 is the Nike LeBron 20, a pair of sneakers I personally haven't tried, so I can't really say too much about it. And then in at number 1 is the Nike Craft General Purpose shoe. This is an interesting one because I haven't actually tried a pair out. At least I haven't put it on my feet. I haven't walked around in it. I've heard so many good things about it, but to me it just kind of looks like a shoe that it's like really not my thing in terms of the design. Like, it's pretty basic. It's just, I mean, it's a standard shoe with obviously a lot of hype behind it because of Tom Sachs. And if you know of any sneakers that should be on this list, definitely let me know down in the comments. All right, final story for today, and it's actually about Nike and Kyrie Irving. This story has been developing for a while. The last time we spoke about it, you know, the Nike suspended the Kyrie Irving contract. However, now it is official. Kyrie Irving is no no longer a Nike athlete. Nike spokesperson says that the sides have parted ways 1 month after Nike suspended its relationship with the net stars. Irving has one of the most popular signature shoes in the NBA and is now a sneaker-free agent. The termination of the deal with the net star guard comes after the brand announced last month it would be suspending its partnership with Irving and axing the release of its Kyrie 8 signature sneaker. Now, this is after he shared a link to an anti-Semitic film on Instagram and refused to denounce anti-Semitic beliefs in the immediate press conferences that followed. So let me know your thoughts on this. Kyrie Irving is now a sneaker-free agent, so I'm sure there's a lot of different opportunities different moves he can make, but let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. But listen guys, that is all I got for you guys. We're gonna wrap this thing up. I want to thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another one. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then.